Every Wednesday from 2 p.m.
You can forget all your troubles, forget all your cares, so go downtown.
94.1 FM, 3WBC is inviting you to join us
every Wednesday from 2 p.m.
for Downtown,
Every Wednesday from 2 p.m.
a program of podcasts, guest interviews, competitions, music and fun. So we hope you can be with us
Every Wednesday from 2 p.m.
for Downtown.
You can forget all your troubles, forget all your cares, so go downtown.
Every Wednesday from 2 p.m.
You can forget all your troubles, forget all your cares, so go downtown.
94.1 FM, 3WBC is inviting you to join us
every Wednesday.
Last week I drove to Robe, South Australia, which is a seaside resort town in South Australia, known for their lobster fishing. I was wishing Australia would defeat Egypt and celebrate with one very expensive lobster at a price of $241 each. As it happened, Egypt, Australia drew 1-1, where Australia, it was like 2-4, where Egypt got 4 penalties. Australia had only 2. I took a reality check and bought a $11 lobster pie, being a humble pie. Round 16, USA today versus Belgium, 4 Belgium, 1 USA. Of course, we had Portugal, Spain, where Spain beat Portugal, Mexico, England, Brazil, Norway, Paraguay, France, and Canada versus Morocco. Now, just quickly coming up, 8th of July, which is tomorrow, Wednesday in Australia, 8th of July 2026, Egypt will be playing Argentina at the early hours of 1:30 a.m., which is tomorrow morning. Egypt versus Argentina, 1:30. Colombia will play Switzerland at 5:30 a.m. And 10th of July, we get into the quarterfinals. Morocco plays France, England versus Norway. My discussions tonight with my fellow reporters is all about, and not only including FIFA World 2026, all focused on football, no wars reporting, no or very little cover on Australian politics. ABC, Channel 7, 9 and 10 struggle to cover other sports. Let's talk Carlton tonight. 7 wins in a row. Even their website, the Carlton website, normally plugs in 30,000 views. With the FIFA World Cup, it hit 10,000. On the AFL, our reporters would know this very well in Australia. Fremantle is up there, right, number 1, number 9 with 19. Sydney Swans, Hawthorn, Adam's favourite team, sits on the 3rd. Then Brisbane Lions, Geelong, Melbourne, West Bulldogs. Collingwood sits on 9. Carlton sits on number 10 in the ladder.
We're in the
and then
10.
followed by St Kilda. Over to our leading armchair couch sports analyst, Adam Holden, including tonight's panel is all-time football player Barry Rochow, cricket and football quizmaster John Marsicovetere, and Take No Prisoner reporter Graham Rees.
Are you over to me now, Jerry?
Yeah, over.
That's the longest intro you've ever done on here.
And I've been practicing while I'm on holidays.
He's impressing us. He's really impressed us, that one.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a deep dive about the AFL's biggest mystery this season, and that is the Carlton revival. So we've got a couple of Carlton tragics online here tonight. And so we're going to see what they've got to say about why Carlton went into the nosedive of going 1-8, and then the revival of winning, 7 in a row?
7 in a row.
7, about to be 8.
Could be 8 Saturday night, yeah.
So on to you, Barry.
Well, I've been asked this question, and I'll give the answer that I give everyone. there's only one thing that has changed at the club, and that is the coach. And you can look at it any way you want, but they are playing a better brand of football. They are playing a faster brand of football under Josh Fraser, and players that started the year off very, very slowly are actually performing perhaps a little bit better than what they should be. So they're playing a very attractive brand of football, and we've beaten some good sides. Yeah, some sides were a little bit ordinary, but I would think that against Hawthorn Saturday night, we would be a very good chance to roll them.
Yeah, the last 5 weeks you played Essendon, the Giants, West Coast, and Richmond.
Yeah, hang on. Can we just say that the Giants, the Giants rolled Fremantle on the weekend, who have only had up to that stage had only lost one game for the season, Yards.
Yeah.
So
and who
what are you
beat the
gonna say to
Giants
that?
2 weeks ago? And who beat the Giants 2 weeks ago up in their fortress? We did.
Carlton, comfortably. We beat them comfortably. So, yeah,
So what has the coach brought? Is it a different style? Because under Michael Voss,
It is
didn't they play
definitely
a
a
very
different style.
contested
They-
style?
we are a smallish type of team, and under Voss, they were just going long to Harry Mackay time after time after time. And he's not kicking a lot of goals the last 5 or 6 weeks, but he's contesting. I've never seen him actually contest so hard, not only in the air, but once the ball hits the ground. And no doubt he's bringing a lot of the little guys in, and they're kicking the goals. I don't think Harry Mackay's kicked more than 2 or 3 the last 5 or 6 weeks, I don't think. But he's on at the moment. So I don't know what has happened to him, but he's actually playing some really good football.
Well, I think one of the big thing that's changed is the uncontested marks. Now, we used to, as Barry said, we used to just kick down the line and hope for the best. Now, coming from the fence, they're switching play backwards and forwards. The uncontested marks has just gone through the roof compared to what we used to, and they're taking risk with handball, which they didn't take any risk at all with handball. There was total no risk football with Voss, and with Fraser, just a few little minor changes where now they're taking risk with foot and hand. So the ball's opening up through the middle, which is giving, Kemp, McGovern, Mackay more one-on-one opportunities, which is bringing the ball to the ground before there's a crowd there, and the small blokes forwards are getting involved in it. So it's that uncontested, like it tends to be how Hawthorn play, just slow it from the back line a little bit, then you see an opening and you just pick off a kick, and their kicking skills are a lot better than what they were earlier in the year. We're turning the ball over a lot. We're not doing it as much now.
What was the cause of early in this, when you were on that losing streak, you were getting run over the top of? You'd have a lead, and then teams would just steamroll you in the second half. What was the cause of that?
Well, it was only really 15 minutes of football each game, because most of those games we played some really good football. We were up against some of the better teams playing some really good football. Would there be a 15-minute patch, whether it be the second quarter, third quarter, last quarter, where a team would kick 6 goals in 15 minutes and we would barely touch the ball. And then all of a sudden they'd recover and get back in the game. By then the game was gone. So it was just these lapses I have, and for some reason they just couldn't fix it, and they couldn't stop it, because we were in a lot of games. We could have easily been 3-5 or 4-4. But these lapses just kept costing them games.
Well, I think the first 5 games, Graham, we were up at half time, I think, in 4 of them, weren't we?
Yeah,
the
most
first
games.
5 games.
Even three-quarter time, we led a lot of games. Melbourne, we led Melbourne by 7 goals at one stage. And then in the third quarter, I think they come out and kicked 6 or 7 goals in a row. Sydney did it, kicked a 12-goal third quarter.
Yeah.
One other game, North Melbourne, we led by 3 goals, and they kicked 7 goals in the last quarter. So it was all these little 15-minute patches of where they just kicked 6 unanswered goals, and we were just powerless to stop them. No one seemed to be able to.
Yeah.
And when I've noticed, since Fraser's been in charge, when a team kicks 2 goals in a row now, he throws a loose man straight away down back McGovern, for example, for 5 or 10 minutes just to try and.
And they just keep possession, don't they?
Yeah, keep
possession.
And
keep possession.
The defence has been really solid too. They've worked together really well, and it's just they've been able to stop those runs. So I think that just those little changes, just a slight change to the game plan. Voss was just one-dimensional. It was down the line, contest, and nothing else. We've still got the contested game going, but we're opening teams up now through kick and handball.
Could
Okay.
I
Yeah,
just-
and we
I've
were,
just got a
we
I've just got
yeah.
a question for Barry. Didn't you throw that
They did.
scarf onto the MCG surface in round 5?
No, I didn't. Yes, I've
Who was
kept
that
it in the
against?
closet, and I was going to bring it out when we started to win, and it's out.
What about our
Adam,
Melbourne tragic
Adam,
supporter Moppy
Adam.
there? Has he got an opinion
theory?
on this?
Is Moppy even here?
Yeah.
He's giving us a house tour.
Where is he? I can't even see him.
I can't even see him either.
Yeah, I can see him, but he can't hear his voice. All right, Jerry, what's your opinion on the revival?
I just if I can go back to what Graham was saying, and that is a very valid point in that what we did the second half, right, was completely consistent with what they're doing at the moment. So your question to both Graham and Barry in that what was so different before when Voss was in play, right? And that you had to, the question was valid in that what is it? What is it that we did the second half that really didn't really click in, and now we're doing it well. It's a complete, Barry and Graham both pointed out, it's a complete change of tactics. So you had the same people doing better job consistently.
It
John
doesn't,
Marsicovetere,
the tactics aren't just brought around by one coach. Like, it's not just Michael Voss saying this is everything we're doing. A lot of them have roles in different areas with the back line, the forwards, the midfields. So there's a lot of people coming up with the game tactics. So why is there a change with just Voss gone? Why didn't this occur while he was still there? Was it because
Well, he's in charge. Well, I guess he's in charge of it, isn't it? I suppose Fraser's come in with his philosophies and talked to all the line coaches and said maybe they had ideas they'd like to do that, but Voss might have been stuck in his ways. Who knows? We don't know those sort of dealings behind the scenes. Maybe some of them wanted to make changes, but Voss says, no, this is how we're doing it. Who knows? But Fraser's obviously come in with his ideas and said, this is the way I want to do it. And they've all got on board with it, the players included. And the players are obviously enjoying that bit more risk, taking and I don't know, their skill level just seems to have improved 60% to what it was early in the year. We used to turn the ball over consistently early in the year, give the ball back, but they're not doing it as much now. And if they do, that's part of the plan now. Saying, oh, well, we're trying something. And if it doesn't work every time, we'll just keep trying it, keep going. And their confidence is up. And as you know, in sport, once your confidence is up, things can change quickly.
Okay, so Jerry, we've actually got a proper sports reporter online.
Oh, hello. Your mic is switched off still, Mark. John Marsicovetere, you got to switch your mic still on and get on. Yep, here we go.
Imagine how much he's been talking and nothing's been coming out.
If only we could do this at work.
I just wanted John Marsicovetere to say something because he's not coming from a Carlton background. He's also from Melbourne, who loves his Melbourne. So while he's getting his technical support happening, tell us a little bit about your bridge behind you, Adam.
The bridge? Well, I was in Egypt last week. Remember, I was in Cairo?
Yeah.
But, I just couldn't put up with all the celebrations with Australia losing to them.
Yeah, Mop is
Were you
back
there, were
again.
you?
I decided to go back to
here.
San Francisco. Here we
I'm
go.
here.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Adam, if I could switch over to Mop for a feedback from a Melbourne's point of view, please, sir.
Melbourne's point of view. Well, I noticed there was a problem with Carlton. First game of the year last year when they were 40-odd points in front of Richmond and they completely lost their bearings. And that was a sign that something wasn't right. And then early in the year, obviously, there's been other games, but early in the year against Melbourne, they were 42 points up and they lost it. The Elijah Hollands fiasco, that was also something else, another nail in the coffin for Voss. And I think what Graham and Barry said about the style of football, that's just that's just football. Good connection, open the game up. Play instinctive footy, that sort of thing, and that's what Melbourne's done this year, similar to Carlton. And we've had some really good wins along the way. We won 10 games. Last year we were struggling to win. We had some good games, but it's all about playing the new modern style of game. And
Boss wasn't doing that. Boss wasn't doing that.
No. So, it's pretty simple. Football's a very simple game, and if you play instinctive footy, you've got to teach the players what you want them to do. You've got to allow them to believe in what you're saying and what you want them to do is the right way to go. And that's obviously what Josh Fraser has done. I just don't understand what the hell Voss was saying in the last, this year in particular. But as I said, the writing was on the wall last year, first game against Richmond. They haven't had to beat too much in a couple of the games, but they've still played really good footy. And a couple of players that I think are really good. First, Jagger Smith and young Dean. I reckon they're going to be absolute superstars in the years to come. Jagger Smith may even win a Brownlow one day. That's my view on him. He might be a little bit too small, but I think he's an excellent reader of the play and really good.
He's a bit Nick Dacos-y like, isn't he, the way he moves?
Well, I don't like to compare players with others, but yeah, maybe he's a bit like him. Does he throw his arms up, pretend like he's been shot?
No, not like Dacos. No. Not yet. He hasn't done that yet. He handballs a bit too much for my liking at the moment, but I think sometimes his better option is a kick, but that'll come with experience.
Oh, of course that'll come. He'll learn to run. He'll get more confident and he'll learn to run with the ball. And that's he's a good player now anyway, so he'll be.
But Dean just looks completely composed and like he's been playing for years.
For a player who's only played a handful of games, he's really good. And what I like about him is he's got a bit of mongrel about him.
He loves to fight. He loves to fight.
Yeah, like his old man. He was tough too. It was great.
And can we have an evaluation of the trade of Charlie Curnow to Sydney?
Oh, don't start me on that.
I think it's been a complete success because Curnow, obviously, it was no interest in playing for Carlton. He didn't I don't think he laid one tackle last year. Hayward and Ainsworth and Florence have brought in a completely different mix to Carlton. They've added toughness, they've added aggression. Just the style of football they're playing now under Fraser. They're playing their best football now under Fraser because we're moving the ball more, and so they're involved in the play. They're chucking Ainsworth in the middle, and I just think Charlie just logged out of Carlton, and he'll probably work better in Sydney. He still kicks goals against bottom teams and not much against top teams.
He's had a good couple of games, but he may or may not be the answer to their finals aspirations. But they'll.
He's still got to prove him. He's still got to prove himself in finals. Yeah. That's his next step for his development. He's still got to prove himself in big games.
Yeah, he currently is leading the goal kicking.
I know.
Barry, have you got an opinion on this one?
Not that I can put over the air, but look, he will be important because I think Joel Amarty's out for 7 or 8 weeks or something. So now he's up in Sydney. He will be crucial to Sydney. But when you get a guy who repeatedly says, "I'm not leaving Carlton. Stop asking me. Will you stop asking me? I can guarantee I'll be at Carlton next year." And then the next week he shoots off to Sydney. Let him go. That's just, He never wanted to be at Carlton, so just let him go. Go up there, chase your money, and it doesn't guarantee you're going to win a premiership going up there. Ironically, Carlton might win one before Sydney. You don't know. That's possible.
And lastly, can I get everyone's thoughts on the matchup of the Princes Park co-tenants this weekend? Because if you're around in the 70s and 80s, you know what I'm talking about. It's a battle between Hawthorn and Carlton.
Yes, well, it should be very. I don't know if we're up to Hawthorn. If Hawthorn play near their best, we won't beat Hawthorn. I don't think.
We won't beat them. I don't know whether Dean and Wiedering
Dean should be. Wiedering's not, but Dean should be. But Hawthorn get back Watson, Impey, aim on, I think, come back this
Yeah.
week, so they'll be certainly strengthened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we've got a chance, but I think Hawthorn anywhere near their best still
Will
should
beat us, yeah.
will
I
beat
agree.
us. Yeah.
But we're an outside chance. Absolutely. We're an outside
Oh
chance.
yeah, well, that's right. The way they're playing, I wouldn't write them off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is there a
Yeah.
a chance that the Princess Park Peanut Man will be there?
Is he still alive?
I think he's been dead
No.
for about 12 years.
Yes. he was buried in his peanut sack.
Yeah. What about you, Jerry? What's your thoughts about the game this weekend?
Look, I just I'm looking at the ladder, and I'm really struggling with why we're still sitting on 11.3 in 10th on the ladder when definitely we can do Collingwood. Definitely we could do I think we're going to be on par with Melbourne. So against Hawthorn, we just got to play the same game that we're playing, and we can sort of hopefully, like Barry and Graham and even John Marsicovetere saying,
You know what Hawthorn? You know what Hawthorn need to do?
What?
Hawthorn need to do. They need to start a fight. Barry, what do you reckon?
To do?
Yes, a good old fashioned to do.
What do you think, Adam? How do you think the Hawks will go this week?
Well, I would hope they'd actually come to play this week because they look
Nice
like
game.
they look like they were just down there to go through the motions, or they thought they could just roll up and win. I don't know how modern day players can, you know,
Is that the worst two quarters of football they've played for years, isn't it?
Yeah, they it was like watching them back when in Mitchell's first season when they traded off O'Meara, Mitchell, and there was another experienced player they let go, and they put in all the young kids, and we were out there. I remember going to the game against Melbourne in round 2 a couple of years ago, where we were just kicking the ball in circles around the back line, and the Melbourne supporters are going cheering out boring because we were so pathetic. But yeah, that's the worst performance I've seen from them. And then all of a sudden, Melbourne switch off and we kick some goals. But they kind of need to consider what actually occurred at the start of the game. So,
well, I think Mitchell will be focusing on that more than the second half. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of think that Josh Battle's a big out still for us because I think he's the key to our back line. But we'll wait.
What
and
about
see.
Mraz and Barras? I mean, they both played well on the weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, Mraz. The problem was they had like 5 players that were playing either their first or second game, so the back end of the team
that's true.
was very young. But
Mraz took
again,
6 contested marks, which is
Yeah.
pretty good.
again,
Most
if you
players take 1.
if you consider yourself a top 4 team, you've got to be able to sort of find a way to slow the other team down and stay within the contest. You can't just get blown out by 90 points and only have kicked 1 goal. So, but anyway, this weekend, I hope they come to play. And before we go, can I just get everyone's thoughts on that incredible game at the World Cup yesterday between England and Mexico? Just very quickly.
Well, I haven't seen it, but a friend of mine, Swiss Chris at work, said he's going to celebrate with some Belgian waffles tonight.
There's an indication for you. Norway is playing very well at the moment, and I think a lot of people are now honing in on Norway as well. So they're playing England coming up.
Well, they got one of the best players in the world.
Guns are scoring. All the big guns are scoring goals, aren't they? All the top players are doing well this World Cup.
Yeah, well,
Haaland, Messi.
yesterday, Harry Kane was the hero, and then he almost became the villain about 5 minutes later because he scored a penalty and then he gave one away.
Yeah.
The Mexico-England game was played in front of an incredible atmosphere in Mexico.
Unbelievable. Electric.
Yeah.
It was electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been the game to be at, that one, with those 2 crowds, the English and the Mexican crowds there.
Is everyone losing sleep watching FIFA World Cup instead of footy? And are you finding the time to watch both footy and FIFA World Cup? And I think that's a question for the panel very quickly.
All right.
Only watch
Well,
highlights. I haven't watched the whole game yet.
Yeah.
I'm the same. SBS provide a great service.
Yes.
If you click on SBS, you can watch every match
Yep.
as a mini match, which goes for about 25 minutes, which is about as much as I can stomach of the round ball game.
Barry,
Watching
what
the
about
players
you?
fall over at the briefest tap.
I watched the Australia games,
Yes.
and at work there'll sometimes be a game on at work, and I'll catch as much of the game as I can without upsetting anyone at work.
Right.
Yeah.
After I watched Paraguay and Australia, and the Paraguayan players were just falling over at the briefest touch, I just thought this was just ridiculous.
Pathetic.
It was
It's
just
pathetic, isn't
hard
it?
to watch. The
Adam,
Australian players were barely
Tricks.
touching; they're going down screaming.
Yeah.
And it was
Adam,
just like,
Adam,
you've
if
got to
we
be
can go
kidding.
very quickly. We're going to be running out of time. What's your opinion on the game that's coming up, Norway and England? Because you made some favourite remarks last week and the week before that. They've gone down to gurgler. England,
Yep.
Norway, quickly.
What was his famous remark first?
I said that Netherlands would win the tournament and Japan was a
Oh.
dark horse, and they both got
Right,
knocked down
okay.
around 32.
Okay.
Adam still
Um,
thinks Johan Cruyff plays for Dutch.
Well, I just
What a
like their orange strip they were wearing. I thought that was quite the outfit. So Norway might get over the top of England. I'd love to see. It's always ends in tears for the English fans.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well,
And
Haaland,
Haaland's not very liked in England apart from Manchester City supporters. So
he's
if he
6'5".
scores against
the touch.
England, the English will be hating it.
Yeah, he's 6'5". He's got great touch. He's an amazing
Yeah.
player.
He
Okay,
is,
Jerry. Jerry, I think we've got to wrap it up.
Yep. Thank you so much, Adam. Could I very quickly?
Jerry, can I ask you one question?
Sure, go.
Carlton, finals, yes or no?
Definitely. I was reading some.
Yes.
Definitely, because today I was reading some speculations and betting websites, and they're all saying Carlton going to be in. Definitely.
Excellent.
They've locked
Now,
it in.
Jerry,
Wild card.